So what is the difference between a $1 million and a $2 million deep water canal home in Fort Myers, Florida? In this video, I'm going to break down the real estate market by showing you the MLS history on these properties as well as the list price versus the sold price. We're also going to cruise by. We're going to show you those neighborhoods by water. So if this is your first time on our channel and you'd like to know everything about living in Fort Myers, Florida and the surrounding suburbs, then click that subscribe button and you can be the first to know about any current updates that are going on down here in Southwest Florida. My name's Chris Glazer. I'm a boat captain as well as a realtor here in Southwest Florida. I've lived down here for over 18 years. I love helping people make their move down here to Southwest Florida, whether that's in 9 days or 90 days. Feel free to reach out. All of our contact info is in the description, and we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move down here to Southwest Florida. We'll cruise through these two premium waterfront areas with direct golf access and show you what kind of views you're going to have as well as the price points for these particular type of properties. Whether you're a buyer, an investor, or just love waterfront real estate, this video is going to give you some insider knowledge from someone who lives and boats here every day. So let's dig in. Now, while I was doing some research for some clients, looking up some homes that have sold recently in Fort Myers, I found these homes and I thought it might be helpful for folks who are in the market looking at real estate down here in Southwest Florida to see what the real numbers are. And what I mean by that is, seeing what homes have actually listed for, how long they've been on the market, as well as what they ended up selling for. I feel these numbers are important because literally every deal is different. So the first home we're going to talk about sold for $1 million. It's a really nice looking house in the Palm Acres neighborhood. It is a 3-bed, 3-bath home with a pool. It is deep water access and it's a direct access home. So you're not going to have to worry about any bridges. No obstacles if you have a larger vessel. It's right at the mouth of the Caloosahatchee River and drains right out into the Gulf. You're minutes from Sanibel, Captiva. If you want to go back upriver, you can go to downtown Fort Myers or across the way over to Cape Coral. It's really one of the best locations you can be in my opinion. If you're a serious boater and you want to get out to your fishing spot sooner than later, this is the place to be. So you can see from the pictures, it's really a nice lot. It's elevated a little bit as well. So from what I understand in the notes, it said that it was going to save whoever purchased this home a little bit more money on the insurance. So these are just things you got to think about when you're purchasing waterfront properties. Has a really nice 10,000-pound boat lift. It has 82 feet of seawall. So I mean, it's making somebody a pretty nice home. But anyway, it sold for $1 million. And what's interesting when you look at the actual numbers on where it was listed for and who purchased it prior and what they paid for it, let's take a look at those numbers. So the folks who originally bought this house prior to the current owners had bought it in, it looks like August of 2022, and they paid $1.299 million for it. So what's interesting is they ended up listing it almost a year and a half later for whatever reason. Now, people have their reasons they have to move, and that's one thing I let people know down here in Southwest Florida. There are people always coming and going for whatever reason, whether it's the grandkids up north or, whether it's a death in the family. You just never know. So people are always buying and selling. So anyway, with this particular seller, they went ahead and listed it originally back in January of 2024, and they listed it for $1.399 million, and they ran that thing until looks like so they had that listing all the way until September 8th, and it looks like it had expired, and then they relisted it for a couple $100,000 less in December of 2024 for 1.149 million, and it looks like they finally got a buyer at 1.1 million when it was actually pending at 1.1 million, and then it eventually sold for 1 million. So the person who purchased it, they ended up getting it for $1 million. It was at 1.1, and they ended up putting in an offer for $1 million, and it looks as if they took it. So I guess what's interesting about this particular transaction is the fact that the people who owned it prior to the current owner bought it for 1.29, basically $1.3 million, and ended up taking close to a $300,000 loss to sell it several years later during the market correction that we're dealing with right now. So, there's deals to be had, and I, want to show people these true numbers. So it's fun digging into these deals. That's what I do. I try to find deals for my buyers, and I try to do what I can for my sellers to get them the most money they can get for their house. Again, if this is your first time on our channel and you like the video so far, click that subscribe button. We try to get new videos out at least once a week. So now we're going to jump into the home that just sold for $2 million, so you can see the difference between what $1 million will buy here in Fort Myers, as well as what $2 million will buy in Fort Myers. And like I said, both of these homes are deep water Gulf access homes. Let's talk a little bit about this home. It's a 4-bed, 5-bath. It's a ranch style home, has a pool, deep water, Gulf access. It's just off, it's actually in McGregor Isles, which is, again, another direct Gulf access community. And what you're going to find is it's a little bit further upriver than the first one we just did for $1 million. However, it's still a relatively short ride to the mouth of the Caloosahatchee River and then out to the Gulf. So really a nice looking house, as you can see from the pictures. They did a fantastic job. It's a ranch style, like I mentioned earlier. I'm finding a lot of people like the higher ceilings, but this has been really well done. The house originally was built in 1969, and I pulled some pictures of what it looked like prior to the remodel when the folks who owned it prior had sold it. And it originally, this home originally was a 3-bed, 2-bath home. So they added an awful lot to this house. They actually added over 1,000 square feet to it. So when it was sold prior to this, it sold for $675,000, and now it just sold for $2 million. And again, like I said, they added an extra bedroom and multiple bathrooms. It was originally listed for $2.85 million back in October of 2024, and it eventually sold just a couple weeks ago it was on June 18th of 2025 for $2 million. So if you look, that's a $850,000 price break from the time it had listed. And like I said, there's been a correction in the market. So there are deals to be had. What's interesting about this particular property, this house was completely remodeled, and I'll show you pictures of the before and after. The people who just sold it originally purchased it for only $635,000. And, when you think about that, and they sold it for $2 million, well, wow, you think they made a whole lot of money on it. But when you look at the pictures of how this home looked before they remodeled it, I don't know, you'll have to make that determination yourself. So you can see from the pictures, they did a really nice job on this place, turning it from a 3-bed, 2-bath to a 4-bed, 5-bath is quite a big change. The one thing you're going to find again down here, every house is unique. There are some cookie cutter houses, don't get me wrong, Some of the newer ones, they do tend to kind of look alike. But some of these homes are really unique, and especially the direct access homes you're going to find are going to be usually older, because that's going to be where the first homes were built on Fort Myers, as well as Cape Coral and Southwest Florida, all the way down to Naples, Marco Island. These older homes are all over the place, but if they are on water, they're going to usually be pretty well kept, and they're going to be updated. So you will pay a premium to be on the water down here. That's one of the things you're going to find when you start searching is you look at, wow, there's a lot of houses, but when you start narrowing down your search criteria, you're going to find that there may only be a couple of houses that fit the criteria you're looking for. So keep that in mind. Some of the things you need to know before you buy is that people are negotiating. People have a lot of equity. It's not just, it's not your traditional market down here where everybody has a mortgage. There's a lot of people who own these homes outright, and when they have to sell, yes, they don't want to take a loss. However, if they have to, they will, because they can. Even folks who have mortgages, they put money down. And if they bought these homes before, say, 2021 or right around 2020, good chance they actually still have equity right now. So these are things you need to know. So hopefully you got some good information out of this video today. And it was a little entertaining. Got to see some waterfront properties from the water, as well as a lot of data, technical stuff, pricing, all that fun stuff that you really do need to know. And it helps to have somebody like myself who can do the research for you if you're in the market to buy. And if you're looking to sell, I have a lot of buyers that are in my database. So hopefully I can find somebody to buy your house if you're in the market to sell. My name's Chris Glazer. I'm a boat captain with my Merchant Mariner's credential, as well as a full-time real estate agent. I would be honored to help. If you like the video, click the subscribe button. We try to do videos at least once a week, if not every other week. And yeah, hope everybody has a great July 4th. This is Captain Chris. I am checking out.